There are human-made creations so bold and inventive that they leave us in awe. From cities rising in the desert to bridges connecting distant lands, each structure reflects human intelligence and ambition. Many of these creations have become cultural symbols, proving that humanity can overcome any challenge. Through imagination and perseverance, we have built wonders that endure through generations. Join us in exploring human wonders, the world's most incredible human creations, where you will witness some of the most impressive structures ever made. Tanah Lot Temple is a Hindu masterpiece in Indonesia, built on a coral rock in the sea, symbolizing the union of faith and nature. The original rock was eroded for centuries, forcing authorities to reinforce it with artificial rock concrete in the 1990s to prevent collapse. About 1/3 of the current foundation is man-made, but expert camouflage makes the surface appear almost entirely natural. The temple follows Hindu Balinese design, with multi-tiered Meru towers and carved serpent guardians protecting the base of the rock. The surrounding scene is shaped by roaring waves that endlessly strike the rock, forming a natural barrier that feels impenetrable. Every year, millions of pilgrims and tourists arrive, making this temple one of Indonesia's greatest icons of religion and tourism. Sigiriya is an ancient magma rock rising over 660 feet, standing isolated on a dry plain like a natural vertical fortress. It is the core of an ancient volcano collapsed millions of years ago, formed of solid magma rock, resisting time and disasters. From afar, the entire rock towers like a city in the sky, dominating the dry forest landscape of central Sri Lanka. The climb requires nearly 1,200 steep stone steps, many along sheer cliffs, creating a dangerous yet thrilling experience. The path to the summit passes through a stone gate shaped like lion paws, nearly 20 feet high, symbol of royal power. Each year, this wonder attracts more than 1 million visitors worldwide, becoming the most famous tourism symbol of the nation. The pyramids of Giza rise as the greatest symbol of ancient Egypt, enduring for more than 4,500 years of history. They were built on a solid limestone plateau with foundations that resisted earthquakes and the brutal erosion of the desert. Each block weighs about 2.5 tons, with more than 2.3 million blocks stacked together with a margin of error under 0.01 inch. Huge pink granite stones were transported from quarries 500 miles away, proving logistics and organization far beyond their age. The three main pyramids form a perfect triangle, shifting colors from gray to burning gold to silver as sunlight changes. UNESCO recognizes this complex as a World Heritage Site, preserving its original structure, once shining with white limestone casing. St. Mark's Square is the greatest square of Venice, built on muddy ground with thousands of wooden piles, turning wetlands into an eternal monument. The square is shaped almost like a trapezoid, over 590 feet long and nearly 230 feet wide, creating Europe's most monumental urban space. Its floor of basalt and white marble provides durability and visual elegance, showing technical precision that lasts through centuries. Surrounding buildings with endless columns and curved arches reflect extraordinary balance of design and urban planning skill. Since the 9th century, it was expanded many times to become the political and ceremonial center, proof of Venice's power and wealth. St. Mark's Square confirms human organization and engineering genius, standing as an architectural heritage permanently protected by UNESCO. Mont Saint-Michel in Normandy, France, was first built in the 8th century, where humans turned a small granite island into a grand fortress monastery. Over centuries, Benedictine monks and builders expanded the site with churches, cloisters, Gothic halls, and strong defensive structures. Walls, watchtowers, and drawbridges made the island a fortress that never fell, even during the long 100 Years' War. The construction was arranged in layers, from the village at the base to the abbey at the top, forming a rare vertical city. After the medieval era, Mont Saint-Michel was even used as a prison, proving its changing roles but enduring architectural value. Mont Saint-Michel is recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, a man-made icon uniting intelligence, faith, and defensive power. The Shan Giant Buddha is the largest stone Buddha in the world, standing 233 feet tall, carved directly into a red cliff at the confluence of 3 rivers. Construction started in 713 during the Tang Dynasty and took nearly 90 years, involving generations of monks and craftsmen. The Buddha's face looks directly at the river junction, with calm eyes and giant hands resting on knees in a seated posture. Its hair contains more than 1,000 stone coils, each about 3 feet high, a handmade detail showing skills far beyond its time. In 1996, UNESCO recognized the Shan Giant Buddha as a World Heritage Site, confirming its eternal spiritual and engineering value. The Palace of Versailles is the ultimate symbol of French monarchy in the 17th century, where marble, crystal, and gold embodied absolute power. The palace covers more than 7,000 square feet, with 2,300 rooms able to host over 2,000 people during its golden era. The Hall of Mirrors contains 357 large mirrors, reflecting brilliant light and reinforcing the supreme authority of the king. Versailles was the political center of France until 1789, when the revolution ended the rule of absolute monarchy. The gardens were designed in perfect geometric symmetry, symbolizing the control of nature and order of society. In 1979, Versailles was recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, an eternal symbol of Baroque art and European power. Petra is the ancient rose-stone city of the Nabateans, carved directly into sandstone cliffs within a harsh desert valley. It was built in the 4th century BC and once served as a vital trade hub linking Asia, Africa, and the Mediterranean. The most famous monument is the treasury over 130 feet high, with a facade carved from solid rock, blending Greek and Nabatean styles. The only entrance is the Sick Canyon, stretching 1,200 meters long and only a few meters wide between towering cliffs. The sandstone changes color with sunlight, pale pink in the morning and deep red as the sunset arrives. Today, Petra is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders, attracting millions of visitors each year. Alhambra is the greatest surviving Islamic fortress and palace complex in Europe, built in the 13th century in Spain. The structure used red limestone, mixed with clay, keeping warmth in winter and coolness in summer under Mediterranean climate. Its defenses include tall walls, watchtowers, courtyards, and underground passages built on a hill, controlling the plains below. Interiors are fully covered with geometric designs, Arabic script, and plaster domes, strictly avoiding human or animal figures. There are 11 types of unique geometric patterns, many never seen in any other Islamic construction worldwide. Today, Alhambra is Spain's most visited landmark, attracting more than 2.7 million international tourists every year. Christ the Redeemer is Brazil's colossal religious statue, completed in 1931 after nearly a decade of construction on Mount Corcovado. The statue is 98 feet tall on a 26-foot base, with a total height of 124 feet and a wingspan of 92 feet. Its structure is reinforced concrete, covered with millions of small soapstone tiles that add durability and create unique surface effects. All materials were transported by hand as workers carried stones and cement bags up the steep mountain. The monument was designed by engineer Heitor da Silva Costa and completed by sculptor Paul Landowski, blending technique with artistic mastery. Christ the Redeemer was chosen as one of the new 7 wonders of the world, proving humanity's creative strength and enduring faith. The Palace of Westminster is Britain's supreme political symbol, rebuilt in the 19th century in neo-Gothic style after a historic fire. The structure stretches nearly 900 feet along the river, with thousands of windows and spires forming a monumental stone wall. Its foundation was reinforced by thousands of oak piles driven deep into Thames mud, showing engineering adapted to complex geology. Inside are oak carvings, vaulted ceilings, and stained glass, reflecting a blend of secular power and religious-inspired artistry. With over 100 rooms, 100 staircases, and corridors miles long, the entire complex functions like a miniature nation of stone. The Palace of Westminster proves human architecture beyond her time, standing as a global heritage site permanently recognized by UNESCO. Tikal emerged as a Maya supercity with vast temples and limestone pyramids rising inside the rainforest of Guatemala. Builders used the corbel arch technique without mortar, yet the structures have remained strong for more than 1,000 years. The city once supported more than 90,000 residents, proving unmatched organizational skills and the scale of a pre-Columbian metropolis. Pyramids over 230 feet high rose beyond the jungle canopy, serving as landmarks of power and evidence of Maya imagination. Artificial reservoirs lined with plaster to prevent leaks reveal hydraulic expertise that sustained life in a demanding tropical environment. Tikal stands as the ultimate proof of human creativity, talent, and architectural vision in the achievements of ancient civilization. On the arid Nazca Desert of Peru, hundreds of giant geoglyphs stretch for kilometers, still visible after more than 2 millennia. These figures include animals, plants, and geometric forms, many spanning over 300 meters, only fully seen from the sky. They were created by removing dark surface stones to reveal lighter earth beneath, producing strong visual contrast. Archaeologists date these geoglyphs from about 500 BCE to 500 CE during the height of Nazca culture. The hyper-dry climate, with almost no rain and minimal wind, preserved the lines intact across thousands of years. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1994, the Nazca Lines remain one of the world's most mysterious symbols. Sagrada Familia is a monumental religious masterpiece, started in 1882 and still under construction for more than a century. The project was designed by Antoni Gaudí, who devoted 40 years of his life and left detailed plans for future generations. The entire design is based on natural geometry, such as parabolas, hyperbolas, and spirals, showing the union of science and faith. When completed, its main tower will reach 566 feet, making it the tallest religious structure in Europe with huge symbolic meaning. Inside, massive stone columns shaped like trees support the roof, turning the interior into a vast stone forest. Sagrada Familia is considered the world's longest living construction site, showing how humans turn building into a heritage continued through generations. On Easter Island, Nearly 900 giant moai, carved from red volcanic stone, stand as powerful symbols of the ancestors of Rapa Nui. Most moai were carved at the Rano Raraku quarry, reaching almost 9 meters tall, weighing tens of tons, showing extraordinary craftsmanship. Locals believe moai hold Mana's sacred power of the ancestors and face inland to protect their communities. At sunrise or sunset, the statues cast long shadows against the Pacific sky, creating an unforgettable, mysterious scene. Many statues are partly buried by shifting soil, with only their heads visible, like giants sleeping in the earth. Teotihuacan was built as an ancient super-city, planned with a main avenue over 1.3 miles long, connecting massive pyramids. The Pyramid of the Sun rose nearly 220 feet, containing more than 3 million tons of stone, making it one of the largest sacred monuments. The city's architecture applied the talud tableau style, combining sloping platforms and flat panels, defining a unique construction system of ancient Mexico. Stone apartment compounds were designed to house thousands of families, reflecting a complex urban society with organized community life. The city reached a population of more than 100,000, proving unmatched management capacity of a powerful pre-Columbian civilization. Teotihuacan stands as an immortal symbol of human intellect, where stone and design unite to declare the scale of creative genius. Abu Simbel is a massive rock temple carved directly into sandstone cliffs built under Ramses II in the 13th century BC. The main facade rises over 100 feet, featuring 4 colossal seated statues, each nearly 70 feet tall. During the Aswan Dam project, the entire site was relocated over 200 feet, cut into 1,050 blocks, and reassembled with modern technology. Abu Simbel was not only a temple for gods, but also a political statement showing Ramses II's power over Nubia. The site stands in the hot desert, with a large artificial lake in front and the carved mountain behind. Today, Abu Simbel is recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, symbolizing the technical, spiritual, and historical legacy of ancient Egypt. Hangmua is known as the ultimate viewpoint, where limestone mountains, rice fields, and rivers merge into the largest panorama of the northern delta. This limestone mountain formed over 200 million years ago, showing typical karst terrain with valleys, caves, and underground water channels. The path of nearly 500 white stone steps climbs directly upward, designed like the Great Wall, with dragon and phoenix carvings. At the summit stands a stone statue of Quan Am and a small pagoda combining nature's grandeur with ancient Vietnamese spiritual architecture. From above, visitors see 3 distinct layers of color rice fields below, gray limestone in the middle, and the wide sky above. With majestic scenery, cultural heritage, and the challenge of climbing, Hangmua has become a famous global destination for travelers. Stonehenge is the most famous prehistoric stone circle in the world, built more than 4,500 years ago, with stones weighing up to 50 tons. The sarsen stones rise 30 feet, joined by mortise and tenon, while the blue stones were transported from over 150 miles away. The entire monument aligns with the sunrise of the summer solstice and sunset of the winter solstice, showing advanced ancient astronomy. Excavations reveal more than 200 burials around the site, proving it was a major ceremonial center of Neolithic people. At sunrise or sunset, light passes through the stones, creating a mystical effect, like a heavenly gate opening in the sky. In 1986, UNESCO recognized Stonehenge as a World Heritage Site, making it an ancient symbol of human knowledge, ritual, and spiritual power. The Acropolis of Athens is the greatest architectural complex of Greece, built on a limestone hill as the political, religious, and artistic center. The Parthenon measured 228 feet long and 101 feet wide, with 46 marble columns nearly 34 feet high, proving advanced construction skills. The columns were designed with subtle curvature, so to the human eye, they appear straight, showing master-level optical engineering. The Erechtheion is famous for the caryatid's porch, where supporting columns were sculpted as women, combining sculpture art with structural precision. The proper layer main gate was built of Pentelic marble with complex symmetry, making it one of the most striking classical works. UNESCO recognized the Acropolis as a World Heritage Site, affirming it as an eternal symbol of architectural genius and Greek democracy. Borobudur is the largest Buddhist stone monument in the world, built in the 8th century, located in the volcanic valleys of Java. The structure was assembled from over 2 million andesite blocks without mortar, using interlocking techniques that have lasted more than 1,200 years. The complex has more than 2,600 stone reliefs telling the entire life of the Buddha and ancient Buddhist scriptures. Its architecture has 3 symbolic levels, representing the path to enlightenment from desire to form, and finally to formlessness. From above, Borobudur appears as a giant mandala, symbolizing the universe and the cycle of rebirth in Buddhist belief. Today, Borobudur is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a major destination for pilgrimage and spiritual tourism in Indonesia. Mount Rushmore, known as the Shrine of Democracy, was carved directly into massive granite cliffs, honoring 4 symbolic presidents of the United States. The project lasted from 1927 to 1941, using explosives to remove hundreds of thousands of tons of rock before detailed hand carving. Each carved face reaches 18 meters high, with eyes 3 meters wide and noses 6 meters long, showing extraordinary scale. Behind the sculpture, a chamber preserves enameled panels, recording national history and the enduring ideals of democracy. Millions of visitors admire it every year, astonished by a national symbol permanently carved into majestic mountain stone. The Corinth Canal was completed in 1893, cutting through the Isthmus of Corinth and turning a 2,500-year-old dream into reality. The canal stretches over 4 miles, with cliffs nearly 300 feet high and a base only about 70 feet wide. Excavation through hard limestone required removing millions of cubic meters of rock, a bold 19th century engineering achievement. Thousands of workers and international engineers used modern drilling and blasting technology to carve a shipping route through solid mountains. The canal shortened maritime journeys by nearly 430 miles, transforming the detour around the Peloponnese into a direct passage. The Corinth Canal is regarded as an eternal scar in the rock, where humans carved nature into a monumental European waterway. The Landwasser Viaduct is a massive limestone railway bridge opened in 1902, built high above a Swiss alpine valley. The structure rises 213 feet and stretches 446 feet, with 6 giant stone arches leading directly into a mountain tunnel. All arches were built manually, without steel scaffolding, using cables and wooden frames, showing extraordinary construction skill. Over 1,000 workers placed local limestone blocks to create a transport structure lasting for more than a century. The bridge was engineered to withstand earthquakes and heavy snow, proving the advanced vision of early 20th century engineers. The Landwasser Viaduct stands as a global engineering icon, where humans transformed a sheer cliff into eternal infrastructure within the Alps. Seville Cathedral was built to display the power of Seville, becoming the largest Gothic cathedral and one of the three greatest Christian churches. The structure is 443 feet long, 330 feet wide, and 138 feet high, with floor space over 124,000 square feet, showing massive scale. Inside, there are 80 chapels and 15 grand doors, with the main altar gilded and nearly 66 feet high, carved with biblical details. The Giralda Tower rises 343 feet first, an Islamic minaret, later converted into a bell tower, blending Moorish and Renaissance styles. The cathedral also preserves the tomb of Christopher Columbus, lifted by four kings, symbolizing global political and religious authority. Seville Cathedral confronts every visitor with a scale beyond imagination and architectural talent that accepts no limits. Palm Jumeirah is the world's largest man-made archipelago shaped like a palm tree, created off Dubai to expand urban space into the sea. The project used more than 100 million cubic meters of sand from the Persian Gulf, combined with 7 million tons of rock without concrete or steel. A breakwater system over 10 miles long, 13 feet high, and 650 feet wide protects the entire island from hydrodynamic pressure and sea storms. The trunk, 2 kilometers long, connects 16 fronds containing more than 4,000 villas, hotels, and resorts of global scale. Construction required GPS technology accurate to the meter, ensuring each block of sand was placed precisely in this mega project. Palm Jumeirah was designed so massive it can be seen from space, standing as the boldest man-made wonder of the 21st century. Plaza de España is a massive square built in 1928 in Seville, a symbol of Spain's architectural ambition and national spirit. The site covers more than 50,000 square meters, with a semicircular building nearly 500 meters long, surrounding a canal and fountain. Its half-moon design represents Spain's open arms reaching toward the Atlantic Ocean and its Ibero-American heritage. Over 200,000 hand-painted ceramic tiles and more than 1,000 marble columns make it an unmatched, decorative masterpiece. Benches display maps and coats of arms of 48 provinces, showing unity and national identity through architecture. Human skill and artistry created this square, turning it into an eternal heritage of Spanish civilization. Shwedagon Pagoda is the greatest religious monument in Myanmar, a stupa over 320 feet high built of brick and fully covered with gold. Legend says the pagoda keeps relics of 4 Buddhas, making it a sacred center of worship for thousands of years. The top is decorated with more than 5,400 diamonds and 2,300 rubies, crowned by a giant diamond of 72 carats. For centuries, kings and devotees offered gold leaves to cover its surface, turning it into a man-made golden mountain. The massive bell-shaped structure was engineered to resist earthquakes and storms, showing advanced building skill of ancient Asia. Shwedagon Pagoda today stands as an immortal masterpiece, where human faith and engineering combine into a global heritage. Schönbrunn Palace stands as Austria's most famous royal residence, symbolizing the absolute power of the Habsburg dynasty for over 3 centuries. Built in grand Baroque style, the complex holds over 1,400 rooms and symmetrical gardens stretching across more than 435 acres. Its fountains operate entirely through natural water pressure, functioning steadily for 300 years without any electricity. The palace's signature yellow tone, known as Schönbrunn Gelb, became the official color standard for Austria's national buildings. Morning light reflecting on golden marble makes the entire structure glow, creating a surreal metallic illusion of endless space. Today, Schönbrunn remains not just a heritage site, but a living testament to art, authority, and the endurance of European history. The Hungarian Parliament building rises beside the Danube, the largest and most iconic structure in the nation. Standing over 315 feet, with a gold-covered dome and 691 rooms, it reflects Hungary's spirit of independence and power. Gothic revival and neo-Renaissance styles merge in perfect symmetry, mirrored on the river like a double symbol of nation and history. Built with more than 40 million bricks, 500,000 stones, and nearly 90 pounds of gold, it set records for the early 20th century. Inside, the Holy Crown of St. Stephen is heavily guarded, a sacred national treasure and the heart of every visit. At night, tens of thousands of LED lights turn the building into a glowing jewel over the Danube, unforgettable to anyone who sees it. Registan Square is seen as the most glorious center of ancient Samarkand, marked by 3 giant Islamic schools surrounding its sides. The facades are fully covered with handmade tiles with geometric patterns perfectly symmetrical, reflecting the astronomical knowledge of Islamic science. From the 15th to 17th century, this place became the largest cultural, academic, and trade hub in Central Asia, attracting scholars and merchants. Each building has a massive Iwan gate over 100 feet tall, decorated with millions of turquoise tiles crafted by hand. The walls avoid human figures instead, showing fractal designs and Arabic calligraphy spreading from the base to the domed roof. In 2001, UNESCO recognized Registan as a World Heritage Site, a rare surviving masterpiece of Central Asian Islamic architecture. The Colosseum is the largest arena ever built in human history, with space for more than 5,000 spectators in ancient Rome. The structure is 159 feet tall, 615 feet long, and 510 feet wide, made of travertine stone, Roman concrete, and strong arches. Inside it had a complex underground system with lifts and trapdoors to bring wild animals, gladiators, and stage props to the arena. In 80 AD, under Emperor Titus, it opened with 100 days of bloody games filled with thousands of brutal life and death battles. For more than 4 centuries, it witnessed about 400,000 people and 1 million animals killed to entertain the Roman crowds. In 1980, UNESCO listed the Colosseum as a World Heritage Site, and in 2007, it was named one of the new 7 Wonders. Hagia Sophia is a unique religious and political monument where Christianity and Islam left their marks for over 1,500 years. Completed in 537, it was the largest Christian church in the world for nearly 1,000 years before becoming a mosque. The main dome is 182 feet high and 102 feet wide, supported by 4 pendentives, the first of its kind in Byzantine design. Without iron frames, the massive stone roof is balanced by arches and walls, surviving more than 15 strong earthquakes. Its vast interior holds over 1,000 people with golden domes, marble walls of many colors, and ancient glass mosaics. In 2020, Hagia Sophia returned to function as a mosque, but still welcomes visitors as a global cultural heritage. Burj Khalifa is the tallest skyscraper in the world at 27 and 17 feet, becoming the modern symbol of Dubai's power. The project was built from 2004 to 2010 with over 12,000 workers from 100 nations working non-stop for 6 years. Its foundation includes 192 concrete piles, each 164 feet long, supporting the massive weight above the soft desert ground. The tower uses glass panels reflecting 80% of sunlight, covering an area equal to 17 football fields cleaned by robots. Burj Khalifa holds more than 20 world records, attracting millions of visitors each year and shining during international light festivals. Golden Gate Bridge is a bright orange suspension bridge standing in the fog, connecting the Pacific Ocean to the rugged American West Coast. The bridge is 1.7 miles long, with a main span of 4,200 feet, once holding the record as the longest suspension bridge in the world. Its two main cables are 36 inches thick, made of over 27,000 wires, long enough to wrap around Earth nearly 3 times. It was built during the Great Depression, providing jobs for over 1,000 people, and completed after 4 risky years of work. Thick fog often covers half the bridge, creating a surreal view like it is floating in the sky. In 1987, Golden Gate Bridge was recognized as an engineering icon of the century, attracting millions of visitors every year. The Hanging Monastery stands out suspended 75 meters high on a cliff, appearing to defy gravity itself. With more than 1,500 years of history, built in the Northern Wei era, it became a unique treasure of Chinese culture. Wooden beams inserted deep into rock crevices support the structure without ground pillars, keeping it stable for centuries. Inside the temple, rare harmony unites Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism, showing the blend of three great traditions. Today, visitors climb steep stairs and walk narrow wooden corridors, feeling both nervous and amazed by the experience. Tiger's Nest is the most famous Buddhist monastery in Bhutan, built on a cliff more than 3,000 feet high among clouds and mountains. The monastery sits at 140 feet above sea level, anchored to a faulted rock face using ancient wooden and stone techniques. According to legend, Padmasambhava flew to this cliff on a tiger in the 8th century to meditate and drive away demons. The monastery was first built in 1692 at the cave where Padmasambhava meditated, becoming the birthplace of Bhutanese Buddhism. Today, Tiger's Nest is Bhutan's most important pilgrimage site, welcoming visitors to its prayer rooms, shrines, and ancient corridors. Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris is considered the greatest Gothic masterpiece of France, begun in 1163 and standing for nearly 9 centuries. Its west facade is marked by two towers 69 meters high and three main portals carved with symbolic biblical reliefs. Inside three giant rose windows, including the south window over 12 meters wide, create a glowing, mystical light across the space. The cathedral holds the crown of thorns, one of Christianity's most important relics, attracting pilgrims from all over the world. The 2019 fire destroyed the wooden roof and spire, yet the ancient rose windows miraculously survived almost intact. More than 12 million visitors arrive each year, making Notre Dame the most visited cultural and religious landmark in Europe. Potala Palace rises more than 1,200 feet above sea level, a colossal fortress monastery created only by human strength against extreme mountain conditions. Its massive walls reach 16 feet thick, built from stone, timber, and compressed earth, engineered to withstand earthquakes and preserve warmth on the plateau. Inside spreads a vertical labyrinth with over 1,000 rooms, 10,000 shrines, and 200,000 statues, forming an endless sacred city. Giant cedar and cypress beams were dragged across hundreds of miles by sheer manpower, revealing the brutal determination of ancient builders. The structure towers 13 stories, divided into contrasting white and red sections, symbolizing authority, faith, and dramatic architectural duality, proving humanity's most incredible creations. The Eiffel Tower is a colossal steel monument of the 19th century, built for the 1889 World Exhibition, proving humanity's industrial ambition. The tower stands 1,083 feet high, once the tallest man-made structure on Earth, for more than 40 years. Over 18,000 iron parts were joined by more than 2.5 million rivets, showing extraordinary engineering skill and construction organization. Its foundation of concrete, nearly 50 feet deep, with 4 massive steel legs, secures balance for over 10,000 tons of weight. The project was completed in just over 2 years under Gustav Eiffel's direction, breaking every technical boundary of its time. The Eiffel Tower stands as an immortal legacy, both an artistic symbol and a monumental proof of modern human engineering. The Statue of Liberty is America's greatest architectural and engineering icon, gifted by France in 1886 as a symbol of international friendship. The statue is 151 feet tall on a 154-foot pedestal, reaching 305 feet total, one of the largest sculptures of its time. Its structural iron frame was designed by Gustav Eiffel, allowing the thin copper exterior to endure centuries and resist strong winds. More than 300 copper sheets were hand-forged, then dismantled into 350 pieces and shipped from Paris to New York. The right hand holds a 29-foot torch covered with gold. The left hand, a tablet inscribed with July 4th, 1776. The Statue of Liberty became the landmark welcoming millions of immigrants, a living symbol of freedom and hope for humanity. Sumela Monastery is a massive Orthodox complex built in the 4th century, clinging to the Pontic cliffs nearly 4,000 feet high. The structure was carved directly into vertical limestone, its foundations so strong it turned the mountain itself into part of the architecture. The multi-level complex includes monastic rooms, a library, chapels, and corridors, all unified into the cliff as a single body. Byzantine frescoes painted on stone walls depict biblical scenes, their colors surviving for centuries, evidence of advanced artistic mastery. Natural spring water from the mountain was channeled underground into the monastery, showing resource control in such hostile terrain. Sumela Monastery endures as an impregnable stone sanctuary, a lasting symbol of human faith and creative achievement through history. The Pena Palace is a unique 19th-century Romanticist palace built on the Sintra Mountains over 1,400 feet, symbolizing Portuguese royal power. The structure originated from a 16th-century monastery destroyed by an earthquake, later reborn under the vision of King Ferdinand II. Its design blends Gothic, Manueline, Moorish, and Renaissance styles into a colorful ensemble rarely seen in European history. Round towers, domes, gates, and multi-level walls were built directly on granite rock, turning the mountain itself into architecture. Inside are royal halls, interiors, and antiques, reflecting the luxury and authority of Portugal's monarchy at its peak. Pena Palace today is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a lasting proof of humanity's ability to turn stone mountains into palatial legends. Las Lajas Sanctuary in southern Colombia began construction in the early 20th century, a bold Gothic revival masterpiece stretched across the Guaitara Canyon. The project lasted more than 3 decades, using local grey stone to merge with harsh terrain while creating a majestic design. The church has tall spires, intricate stained glass windows, and a stone bridge over 160 feet long connecting 2 cliffs. Half of the structure is anchored directly into the rock wall, while the other half rests on arches, forming an extraordinary human balance. Its interior is elaborately designed, with the altar placed before the mysterious Virgin image that appears on the natural stone wall. Las Lajas Sanctuary is regarded as a great man-made masterpiece, symbolizing human intelligence and the power to conquer extreme landscapes. Petronas Towers in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, completed in 1998, were the tallest twin towers of their time, symbolizing the architectural power of Southeast Asia. Each tower rises 88 floors to a total height of 1,483 feet, using super-strength concrete instead of steel to ensure maximum durability. The foundation system includes 104 piles drilled more than 375 feet into weak ground, one of the deepest foundations ever built. The floor plan is shaped like an eight-pointed star from Islamic art, showing harmony between cultural identity and modern technology. The 190-foot sky bridge at levels 41 to 42 is not only symbolic, but also functions as an emergency exit in case of danger. Petronas Towers are regarded as a great human masterpiece, proof of human intelligence conquering engineering, culture, and building limits in a new era. Florence Cathedral in Italy stands out with its massive brick dome, a masterpiece rising above the city center as an eternal architectural landmark. The dome, designed by Filippo Brunelleschi, reaches nearly 375 feet in height and 150 feet in diameter, the largest brick dome ever built. Brunelleschi used a double shell structure and herringbone brick pattern, creating stability that has endured for more than 6 centuries. Millions of bricks with a total dome weight of over 37,000 tons were used, proving engineering calculations far ahead of their time. Inside, the entire dome is covered with the fresco of the Last Judgment, merging art and engineering into one unified creation. Florence Cathedral is recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, a human-made icon combining faith, artistic creativity, and technical genius. Alcázar of Segovia in Spain was built on a triangular rocky spur, creating a fortress palace with a naturally perfect defensive position. Golden granite walls and the 262-foot Torre de Juan II tower turned the structure into a symbol of Castilian military strength. The throne room and great halls are decorated with carved wooden ceilings and royal busts, proving its supreme political importance. Alcazar once served as the royal palace of Castile, hosting major historic events such as the proclamation of Isabel as queen. The structure was later used as a military academy, continuing its vital role in officer training and defense of the kingdom. Alcázar of Segovia is celebrated as a monumental creation where history, power, and art merge into a lasting heritage of humankind. The Casar of Ait Ben Haddou is a fortified earthen complex, the finest example of a North African Casar built on the trans-Saharan trade route. Its buildings were made of red clay palm wood and stone, using rammed earth techniques, forming thick walls, resisting harsh climate and conflict. The entire site contains multi-level kasbahs, narrow passages, watchtowers, and a main gate serving both as residences and defensive fortress. Inside are granaries, a mosque, and communal areas showing a closed social system with complete urban organization. The outer walls rise more than 10 meters, protecting residents and traders, while controlling caravans carrying salt gold and goods across the desert. Ait Ben Haddou is recognized by UNESCO as World Heritage, standing as lasting proof of human engineering creativity and building skill. Alexander Nevsky Cathedral stands as the soul of Bulgaria, where religion, architecture, and history converge into a national symbol. Its 22-carat golden domes reflect sunlight, forming a radiant halo that crowns the capital's skyline. Over 150 artisans from 6 nations shaped marble, gemstones, and mosaics, symbolizing Europe's unity in the early 20th century. Inside, choral echoes last 7 seconds, making the air vibrate with sacred stillness. When snow falls, golden light turns to red-orange flames, making the structure seem aflame under the sunset. Today, Alexander Nevsky Cathedral stands not only as a church, but as an eternal emblem of faith, art, and human endurance. Ayutthaya Historical Park is the greatest ruin of the Siamese kingdom where centuries of power once ruled Southeast Asia. The ancient city was built at the junction of 3 major rivers, forming a natural defense against floods and invasions. Its architecture blends Khmer, Sri Lankan, and ancient Siamese styles, showing the fusion of Asia's most powerful civilizations. Red brick prangs and Buddha statues that survived the 18th century fires still stand as proof of an empire's endurance. During the rainy season, rising water mirrors the temples, creating a floating city illusion, both surreal and sacred. Today, Ayutthaya remains not just an archaeological site, but a living memory of faith, resilience, and timeless grandeur. Fanjing Mountain Temple is known for two temples balanced on twin peaks divided by clouds that never clear through the year. The path to the summit has over 8,000 steps, testing the strength and faith of thousands of pilgrims each year. Two cliffs over 300 feet high are joined by a narrow bridge symbolizing the path of enlightenment between Shakyamuni and Maitreya. The mountain formed from metamorphic rock 500 million years old, hosting rare species within one of China's last untouched ecosystems. At sunset, red stone turns golden, creating the golden mirage, a phenomenon that lasts only minutes each day. Fanjing Mountain Temple stands as a fusion of nature, faith, and human endurance, where earth and sky merge into sacred unity. Ifugao rice terraces are seen as a living mountain sculpture formed over 2,000 years ago across ancient volcanic terrain. Each terrace, carved by hand, rises 3 to 5 feet, curving along slopes over 5,000 feet, forming a vast agricultural network. The irrigation system runs by gravity alone, drawing water from mountain rainforests and working continuously for more than 2 millennia. Colors shift through seasons: silver during rain and gold at harvest, creating one of the world's rare visual cycles in farming. Every harvest is a cultural ritual where the Ifugao people honor rice spirits and pass ancient knowledge through generations. UNESCO recognizes it as a World Heritage Site, symbolizing perfect harmony between nature engineering and the human soul. Taj Mahal is the greatest white marble mausoleum in India, built in the 17th century as a symbol of eternal love. The project took over 22 years with 2,000 craftsmen, using white marble transported from quarries hundreds of miles away. The marble surface changes color with light, ivory white in the morning, pinkish at sunset, and bluish-gray at night. Four minarets over 130 feet tall were built slightly leaning outward to avoid falling on the main tomb during earthquakes. The interior is inlaid with thousands of precious stones like turquoise, agate, and carnelian, forming detailed patterns without paint. Each year, more than 8 million international visitors come to see Taj Mahal glowing at sunrise or under rare full moonlight. Bagan stands out as a sacred plain where more than 2,000 ancient brick temples and stupas still survive today. This ancient city was once the largest Buddhist center in Asia, building tens of thousands of monuments in just over 2 centuries. The bricks were cut so precisely that blocks fit tightly together without the need for cement or binding material. At sunrise, golden light shines through the red brick towers, creating a glowing effect like a giant legendary painting across the plain. Many murals over 800 years old still keep their original colors thanks to the dry air and ancient ventilation system. With a sea of pagodas stretching to the horizon, Bagan has become a World Heritage Site and one of Myanmar's most impressive destinations. Machu Picchu is the ancient stone city of the Inca, located nearly 8,000 feet high in the Andes, surrounded by mysterious fog. It was built in the 15th century, then forgotten for hundreds of years, until rediscovered by Hiram Bingham in 1911. The site has more than 3,000 stone steps, linking steep areas, many sections rising sharply along dangerous cliff edges. Inca walls lean slightly inward with no perfect right angles, helping reduce collapse risks during earthquakes. Surrounded by jagged mountain peaks, the entire city looks like a fortress in the sky, especially magical when morning mist appears. Entry is limited to only 2,500 visitors per day, protecting the site while keeping the experience unique between nature and history. Angkor Wat is known as the largest religious monument in the world, covering over 160 hectares and becoming Cambodia's national symbol. The temple was built in the 12th century under King Suryavarman II, first dedicated to Vishnu before gradually turning to Buddhism. All sandstone used was quarried more than 40 kilometers away, transported by canals and stacked with incredible precision. At sunrise, the temple's reflection appears clearly on the surrounding pond, creating a glorious mirrored view, attracting thousands of visitors. The walls display over 2,000 Apsara carvings, each unique with different hairstyles, clothing, and jewelry. With its temple mountain design symbolizing Mount Meru and concentric galleries, Angkor Wat stands as eternal cultural heritage of humanity. The Great Wall of China is a massive defense structure stretching over 13,000 miles across deserts, high mountains, glaciers, and plains. The system includes thousands of watchtowers, signal stations, garrisons, and military roads, forming the most complex border network of the ancient world. Starting in the 7th century BC, its most famous part was built during the Ming dynasty, extending nearly 5,500 miles. The wall is not one continuous line, but scattered sections linked by forts, signal towers, and steep natural slopes. Some sections rise on mountain peaks over 5,000 feet, with slopes of 45 degrees in widths for 5 horsemen side by side. Today, the Great Wall attracts millions of visitors each year and stands as a national symbol on currency and stamps. The terracotta warriors are the greatest archaeological discovery of the 20th century with over 8,000 life-size clay soldiers guarding the tomb of Qin Shi Huang. Each figure stands between 6 and 6.5 feet tall, weighing 300 to 600 pounds, all uniquely detailed, with no two being the same. The excavation pits stretch hundreds of feet, with Pit 1 holding more than 6,000 soldiers lined in precise formation, like an eternal battlefield. In 1987, UNESCO recognized the tomb of Qin Shi Huang and the Terracotta Army as a World Heritage Site, proving its global archaeological significance. Chichen Itza is a massive stone city of the ancient Maya located on the Yucatan Peninsula, once serving as a regional capital. The architecture features precise step designs with a total number of steps symbolizing 365 days of the solar calendar. At its peak, it had more than 5,000 residents, thriving on trade of salt cacao slaves and jewelry. The site spans over 2 square miles, including ceremonial structures, temples, plazas, and many massive stone constructions. Stone carvings show serpents, skulls, warriors, and sacrifices reflecting the Maya religion and their belief in eternal cycles. Today, Chichen Itza welcomes more than 2 million visitors each year and is regarded as Mexico's most important cultural monument. St. Peter's Basilica stands at the highest point of Vatican, chosen for its sacred meaning and ancient Christian symbolism. The central dome rises 136.6 meters from floor to top, taller than the Statue of Liberty and the Pantheon. The main nave can hold up to 6,000 people, hosting the most important ceremonies of the global Catholic Church. The Great Dome is decorated with over 7 million mosaic pieces bordered by huge Latin inscriptions, more than 2 meters high. Michelangelo's Pietà masterpiece, located near the entrance, was sculpted when he was only 24 years old. Welcoming more than 10 million visitors every year, St. Peter's Basilica is the busiest religious and cultural destination in Europe. The Forbidden City is the largest ancient palace complex in the world, covering 180 acres with more than 980 buildings, surviving over 600 years. Completed in 1420, after 14 years of work, it was the political center and home of 24 emperors of China. All roofs are covered with yellow glazed tiles, symbolizing supreme power, since only the imperial palace could use this sacred color. The structures are painted red and aligned perfectly on a north-south axis, reflecting yin-yang and ancient cosmology beliefs. In 1987, UNESCO listed the Forbidden City as a World Heritage Site, a timeless symbol of imperial power and Chinese architectural art. Neuschwanstein Castle rises in the Bavarian Alps, built on a steep rock, looking like a fairy tale palace. The project was started in 1868 by King Ludwig II, mixing romantic medieval style with inspiration from Wagner's operas. Planned with more than 200 rooms, only about 15 were completed before the king's mysterious death. The interior shows legendary murals, fine carvings, and modern 19th century technology like hot water and internal telephones. King Ludwig II stayed only 11 nights yet. The castle inspired the Disney Palace known worldwide. Every year, millions of visitors walk forest paths or ride horse carriages to Neuschwanstein, experiencing one of Europe's greatest landmarks. Meteora monasteries are Greek Orthodox monasteries built on sandstone pillars rising up to 1,800 feet in a breathtaking landscape. These rock towers were formed over millions of years from an ancient river delta, now eroded into massive stone columns. The first monastery was built in the 14th century by ascetic monks seeking isolation from the world and closeness to God. At its peak, Meteora had 24 monasteries, all built of stone, wood, and mortar, reached only by rope ladders and wooden pulleys. During World War II, many statues and religious relics were looted, but originals were hidden and later carefully restored. Today, only 6 monasteries remain active, welcoming visitors to explore chapels, ancient libraries, and historic wine cellars. Trevi Fountain is the largest Baroque fountain in Europe, standing 85 feet tall and nearly 160 feet wide, powered only by natural water pressure. The entire structure was built from travertine stone, quarried in Tivoli, the same material once used for the ancient Colosseum. More than 3 million gallons of water circulate daily in a closed-loop system where all the flow is filtered and reused. Trevi represents symbols of luck renewal and return, becoming a spiritual landmark for both locals and international visitors. The fountain is attached directly to a building facade, making the water appear to burst out from the stone wall behind. Over 3,000 euros are thrown into it every day, and the money is collected entirely for charitable causes in Rome. Himeji Castle is the largest surviving fortress in Japan, built in the 14th century and known for its bright white reflecting walls. The entire complex was constructed with unmortared stone and wood, using gravity pressure techniques to resist earthquakes for centuries. The castle includes more than 80 interconnected buildings, forming a maze that traps invaders and leads them into hidden defenses. For nearly 700 years, it has never been destroyed or conquered, becoming a symbol of invincible Japanese architecture. From a distance, it looks like a white crane with wings spread, standing on a 150-foot hill overlooking the Harima Plain. Today, Himeji Castle is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracting more than 2 million visitors yearly and recognized as a national treasure. St. Basil's Cathedral was built entirely by human strength in the 16th century, becoming an architectural masterpiece never seen before in human history. The structure rises nearly 156 feet, with 9 chapels, all ingeniously connected into one unified and almost unbelievable whole. The colorful onion domes are not only visual creativity, but also an engineering solution to keep the structure stable. Thousands of patterns and murals inside were hand-painted by artisans, turning the interior into a vast living museum. The deliberate asymmetry of its design reveals bold thinking, far beyond any European standard of the medieval era. St. Basil's Cathedral stands as the ultimate symbol of human creativity, proving that human hands can create an eternal wonder. Ellora Caves is a giant monument carved directly into volcanic basalt rock, turning the cliff into a single eternal stone creation. From the 6th to the 10th century, thousands of artisans removed over 200,000 tons of stone to shape the main temple. The special top-down carving method protected the structure, allowing massive halls, tall pillars, and multiple levels to appear inside the mountain. The Kailasa temple here is the largest monolithic rock temple in the world, proof of human planning and advanced engineering skill. Pillars, statues, and reliefs carved in detail inside the rock show extreme precision without any modern machines or advanced tools. Ellora Caves stands as a true human masterpiece, where human hands transformed a basalt mountain into an eternal wonder. Uxmal is an ancient Maya city, known for its rare oval pyramid built from millions of limestone blocks tightly fitted without mortar. The city was planned according to astronomy and natural terrain, showing scientific knowledge and extraordinary organizational ability. Main structures are covered with carvings of myth, serpent masks, and geometric patterns, reflecting a union of religion and architecture. The Maya created an underground water system in limestone, ensuring community survival in a harsh, semi-arid region. The vast complex includes palaces, ceremonial plazas, and stone causeways called sakbe, all linked into a powerful political religious center. Uxmal stands as unique evidence of how humans turned astronomy and construction skill into an immortal stone city. Luxor is called the world's greatest open-air museum, where Egyptian pharaohs built eternal monuments from massive sandstone and granite. The hyper-style hall at Karnak has 134 stone columns, nearly 70 feet tall and 10 feet wide, proof of extraordinary construction skill. Monolithic obelisks over 90 feet high and weighing hundreds of tons were raised upright with almost impossible precision. Huge reliefs carved on temple walls tell battles, rituals, and daily life, serving both as records and timeless works of art. Stone blocks weighing hundreds of tons were moved from Aswan quarries over 120 miles away, showing unmatched logistics and planning. Luxor proves the intelligence and strength of Nile civilization, where humans transformed desert into an eternal stone city. Pejama Castle is a unique medieval fortress built directly into a limestone cliff over 400 feet high, turning harsh terrain into an impregnable stronghold. Its defensive structure relies partly on the natural rock wall, reducing building materials while increasing durability and harmony with nature. Behind the castle lies a tunnel system, stretching for miles, once used to transport supplies, weapons, and provide hidden escape routes. The architecture combines Gothic style with military engineering, including watchtowers, drawbridges, and walls embedded into the massive mountain. Through centuries, the fortress has remained in place, proving human skill in organization and mastery of challenging landscapes. Pejama Castle holds a Guinness record as the largest cave castle in the world, standing as an eternal defensive heritage in Europe. The Leaning Tower of Pisa began in 1173, planned as a perfect bell tower, but weak ground caused it to tilt from the start. The project took nearly 2 centuries to complete, interrupted by wars and collapse fears, creating one of the most complex building histories. The tower weighs about 14,500 tons, built in 8 levels of white marble, with 7 arcaded rings showing unique Romanesque architecture of Italy. Its tilt once reached dangerous levels, forcing modern engineers to stabilize it using soil removal and heavy lead counterweights to keep balance. Galileo's experiment here, dropping two balls of different weight, became one of the most famous demonstrations in classical science. Today, the Leaning Tower of Pisa is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a global icon where human error turned into an eternal wonder. Mount Popa, in central Myanmar, has long been called the Olympus of the nation, serving as the most important center for Nat worship. People built the Tongkalat Monastery on top of a volcanic plug rising over 2,400 feet, turning it into a sacred pilgrimage site. More than 700 stone steps lead to the monastery, proof of human determination to overcome the sheer vertical cliffs of the mountain. The temples and golden stupas on the summit reflect traditional Myanmar architecture, blending religion and geology in one striking landmark. The annual Nat Festival draws thousands of pilgrims, creating one of the largest spiritual and cultural events in Myanmar. Today, Mount Popa is more than an extinct volcano. It is a man-made and spiritual icon considered among the greatest in Southeast Asia. Agarra Fort in India was built of red sandstone, spanning over 94 acres and surrounded by thick walls rising nearly 70 feet tall. Its four monumental gates, with Amar Singh's gate still functioning, demonstrate the military strategy and vision of the Mughal Empire. Inside, more than 500 structures once stood, including palaces, halls, mosques, and gardens, showing a fusion of power and artistry. Palaces like Jahangiri Mahal and Kas Mahal used marble and fine inlay designs, going far beyond the purpose of defense alone. Diwani Am and Diwani Khas served as imperial halls for assemblies, proving the fort was the supreme political center of the empire. Agra Fort is seen as a masterful human creation, a great symbol of Mughal architectural genius and power engraved in human history. Tower Bridge was built in the late 19th century with more than 400 workers over 8 years, becoming a timeless engineering symbol. Its twin towers rise 213 feet, made of steel frames clad with granite and Portland stone, blending medieval appearance with industrial modernity. The heart of the bridge is its lifting mechanism, once powered by giant steam engines, now replaced with advanced hydraulic and electronic systems. When raised, the two spans, almost 200 feet long, lift nearly vertical, allowing massive ships to pass through a monumental mechanical gateway. Foundations reinforced with more than 70,000 tons of concrete withstand river pressure and support tens of thousands of vehicles daily. Tower Bridge still preserves old engine rooms and glass walkways where people directly experience the creative power of the 19th century. Kuyu is the deepest underground city ever built, carved into volcanic rock layers of Anatolia and buried nearly 280 feet below. It once sheltered tens of thousands of people with food storages, churches, water wells, and a complex natural ventilation system. The temperature stays steady around 55 degrees year-round, turning the entire place into a natural cold chamber deep beneath the Earth. Massive stone doors, weighing tons, could roll to seal passages in seconds, showing an advanced defensive engineering far beyond its era. Under dim light, golden walls echo slowly, making visitors feel as if they're walking through another planet. Derinkuyu is not just ruins, but a symbol of extreme human survival, where intelligence dares to challenge eternal darkness. Sydney Opera House stands as Australia's greatest architectural icon, merging art, technology, and nature into one living masterpiece. Its structure joins over 2,000 spherical concrete shells, forming sails that mirror sunlight like a giant ship over the harbour. Millions visit each year to witness a UNESCO World Heritage design recognized as a global symbol of creativity and culture. Perfect acoustics let the farthest listener hear every note clearly, showing 20th century mastery of sound engineering. Over 1 million Swedish ceramic tiles clean themselves with rain, keeping the structure white and luminous for more than 50 years. Sydney Opera House is more than a theatre. It is a living emblem of human imagination, where art and intellect become eternal heritage. The Sphinx of Giza is the largest ancient monolithic statue on Earth, carved from natural limestone more than 4,500 years ago. It has the body of a lion and the head of a human, symbolizing intelligence and power, perfectly aligned with sunrise twice a year. Its surface was once painted in red, yellow, and blue, and desert light makes the stone shift from pale gold to deep orange like a living being. Ancient erosion marks reveal that this land once faced heavy rainfall, proving Egypt's climate was once humid and full of life. Modern radar technology discovered a mysterious hollow beneath it, inspiring theories about an undiscovered structure hidden below. Today, the Sphinx endures as a symbol of ancient wisdom, where science, myth, and time converge into eternal presence. Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque rises as the most majestic religious landmark in the Middle East, where light marble and faith merge as one. The colossal structure welcomes over 40,000 worshippers at once, with more than 80 domes and 1,000 pure white columns. Its marble floor reflects desert heat, allowing pilgrims to walk barefoot under temperatures surpassing 120 degrees Fahrenheit. A 12-ton chandelier coated in 24-karat gold holds over 1 million Swarovski crystals shining like celestial stars. At night, lights shift with the lunar cycle, making the mosque appear to breathe with the rhythm of the universe. It stands not only as a house of worship, but as a global emblem of peace, unity, and human spirit, rising above the harsh desert. El Jem Amphitheatre rises as a colossal Roman arena in North Africa's desert, the last witness of an ancient empire. Built entirely from sandstone blocks, it has endured nearly 18 centuries of heat and wind without losing its form. Once holding over 35,000 people, the arena hosted gladiators, wild beasts, and staged naval battles across the desert floor. Its interlocking elliptical arches keep the structure stable and create a rare echo that carries through every level. At sunset, the stone turns golden red, light piercing through the arches like memories burning within ancient walls. Today, El Gem awakens each summer through its symphony festival, where history and music merge into one timeless sound.